Dogecoin holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Let's waste no more time and take a look at what's happening with Dogecoin's price after the whole market pullback that we did see. Again, I'm sure at this point you guys are well aware as to what's really happening within the markets, but we'll just briefly give you guys a rundown. We saw a major red day for the crypto markets right after Donald Trump announced the tariffs. Obviously, that had a major impact on the crypto space. But again, this is something I said on my channel over the last few updates since this pullback has happened. Yes, tariffs announcements are not always as best, especially with China. But this is not something new to the market. So I do believe there is a major manipulation also happening right now, which of course I think we're going to find a little bit more on as we go further into the next few days. So again, any update that comes will obviously keep you updated. But again, very big pullback. It's going to go into history books in my opinion, because it's been quite some time since we've seen a flush like this. But Dogecoin down about 21.3%. It was down much more, but we did see a rebound for the broader market since the wick towards the downside, which did not last too long. So even if anyone did get in around some of those levels that we did retest, again, that did not last too long. It was pretty instant and the price did bounce quite fast, but we're still lower than where we were just a few days back. But looking at the price of Dogecoin, just sitting below 20 cents, down 15% in Bitcoin comparative. Valuation at about 29.5 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 11 billion. Again, goes unsaid. But before we get into it further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So take a look at the broader meme coin market. This tells you everything you need to know. We're seeing a major pullback. You can see across the board double-digit pullback for multiple coins across the board. Yes, there's a few coins that are up right now, but those are the very rare occurrence, but majority of the projects have seen a significant pullback over the last 24 hours. Some people are looking at it as an opportunity right now. But as I've shared with you guys on my channel, I still think the broader market is in a bull market. Again, Bitcoin did see a major flush right now, but Bitcoin price still remaining within the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. And if we're looking at Bitcoin price since April, which was a market low for not only the crypto market but the traditional market as well, since then Bitcoin is still up about 50%. That's something we want to not forget. But again, this is something that's going to take some time for us to recover, because right now we're obviously entering the weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual as CME futures are close. So again, those factors need to be considered as well. But if you're looking at the dominance is pulling down right now. Obviously, we wicked up to 63% on the hourly. It's not showing 63%, but we actually did go up to 63% for the dominance. A major spike, but you can see for yourself, it is pulling down, currently sitting at about 60%. So again, something we want to be paying very close attention to. There is support around the 60% mark for the dominance. And again, if we're able to break below here, I am anticipating for us to get down to about 59.65%, which could be something. Looking at Bitcoin right now, again, I already highlighted what's happening with Bitcoin. So we did come down to $102,000 for the first time since June. That tells you everything you need to know, but the price still did not break below $100,000. We've been above the $100,000 price point for Bitcoin pretty much since June 22nd of this year. Since then, the price did not drop below 100K, but we did come very close to it. But we need to understand around the $100,000 price point, there is a lot of liquidity that lies there. So I'm not surprised that we wicked down to 102 and saw a bounce back. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're in a weekend. But if you're looking at Dogecoin, again, take a look at it for yourself, guys. This is madness. Dogecoin, every single coin, literally every single coin, in the crypto market got flushed. All the liquidation just happened, and in a way it is a reset. And I did say this in my video, I believe it was my XRP update earlier yesterday. This is a reset in a way. So again, take a look at this for yourself. So Dogecoin was sitting at literally 27 cents and we dropped down 64%. But again, going back to what I said, I know a lot of people are paying attention to this wick, but this did not last too long. Yes, I repeat, that did not last too long. We did make our way back into the 61.8. We're currently sitting at about almost 20 cents, which is, of course, a psychological level. We actually did retest the 20 cents price point, but we kind of got rejected at that key range, as you can see for yourself. But unfortunately for Dogecoin, this upwards trend that we were in, of course, automatically invalidated. Automatically invalidated. So going back to what I said in my other videos, I still think there is a chance that Bitcoin tries to fill this wick. Yes, so that means a little bit more downside could be expected for Bitcoin. That could take altcoins down with it. But if dominance, starts, creeping lower, maybe starts consolidating here, and gradually, the Bitcoin price still makes its way towards the downside, I think we might not see these levels for altcoins. A lot of altcoins might not fill those wicks in, but Bitcoin, I think, could end up doing that. So if you're looking at Dogecoin, again, Dogecoin had a very impressive, recovery. We're back in the 78.6 fib zone, just below the 22 cents key resistance. If we were able to make our way back up to this key range, I think, that is a very, very big deal. That itself is about only a 11.8% move. So Dogecoin not looking bad, believe it or not. Like considering where we are, obviously if we kind of minus this range here, Dogecoin is not looking too bad right now as to where it is. If it's able to break above 20.5 cents price point, I think we'd recover back up to this 22.2 cents mark, and this is where we kind of want to be right now for Doge. But again, we got to keep in mind, Bitcoin is something we want to be paying very close attention to. 115,000, of course, is the confirmation on our channel we've discussed in the past, and of course the 117. But I also talked to you guys about a new confirmation at 122,000. These are key levels to be looking out for. But I do expect a little bit more choppiness over the next few days to come. I don't think it's over. Again, I don't think it's going to be major flushes like we have seen, but I do believe we might see some choppy levels over the next few days. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.